In 2017, a single football transfer cost €222 million. To this day, almost a decade later, it is still the most expensive transfer in the history of the sport. No club has ever paid more for one player. But here is the part almost nobody talks about. That record-breaking fee, the number in every headline, was actually the cheap part. By the time you add up what that one signing truly cost, the real figure is more than double. So let me show you the true price of the most expensive footballer who ever lived. The player was Neymar. In the summer of 2017, he was at Barcelona, one of the best in the world and seemingly going nowhere. Then Paris Saint-Germain did something the sport had never seen. Neymar's contract had a release clause, a fixed price that, if anyone paid it in full, would free him to leave immediately. That price was €222 million, around $260 million. Most people assumed it was so high it was simply untouchable. Paris paid it, in full, in one go. It nearly doubled the previous world record overnight, and it sent a shock through football that the transfer market has never really recovered from. Even Neymar himself later admitted he was not worth €222 million, and strictly speaking, he was right, because that was not actually what he cost. Here is what the headline fee leaves out. The €222 million was only the price to buy him from Barcelona. It did not include paying him. At Paris, Neymar's wages were reported at around €43 million a year, before tax, far more than he had earned before, with a special bonus on top reportedly worth millions more every season. And then there are the agents. Neymar's agent was his own father, and for arranging the move, he took a fee of around €22 million, 10% of the transfer. So before Neymar had kicked a single ball in Paris, the club had already committed to the fee, plus years of enormous wages, plus a small fortune in agent fees and bonuses. The poster only ever showed you the first number. So let us actually add it up. The transfer fee, €222 million. His wages, at roughly $43 million a year across a 5-year contract, come to over $216 million on their own. The wage bill alone almost matched the record fee. Now add the agent fee, add the bonuses, and the total cost of this one signing has been reported at close to €490 million, nearly $500 million for one player, which means the famous €222 million, the number that broke records and dropped jaws around the world, was less than half of what the club actually paid. The figure everyone remembers is not even the bigger half of the real bill. And this is the quiet trick buried inside almost every giant transfer. The fee is the headline because the fee is shareable. It is one clean, shocking number. But the wages, the bonuses, the agent cuts, the costs that often add up to more than the fee itself, those get left in the small print. With Neymar, that nearly €500 million spread across the games he actually played for Paris works out to roughly €2.7 million every single time he stepped onto the pitch. Not per season, per appearance. That is the real shape of the most expensive footballer ever. A famous number that turned out to be less than half the story. So the obvious question is, did it work? Paris did not spend nearly €500 million for shirt sales. They spent it to win one specific thing they had never won. The Champions League, Europe's biggest club trophy. And with Neymar, they never did. Injuries cost him huge chunks of almost every season. He played fewer than 180 games across 6 years, reached one final and lost it. Then in 2023, Paris sold him to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia for around €90 million, recovering only a fraction of what they had paid. And here is the cruelest twist of all. Paris finally won their first ever Champions League in 2025 and won it again in 2026, both times after Neymar was gone. But before we call it a disaster, there is a second ledger, the one that never shows up on the scoreboard. Because off the pitch, the signing arguably did exactly what it was meant to. Overnight, a French club became a genuine global brand. Neymar opened up enormous new markets, especially across Asia and the Americas. Shirt sales surged. The club signed a landmark deal with the Jordan brand and turned itself into a fashion and lifestyle name, not just a football team. In pure trophy terms, nearly €500 million bought heartbreak. In pure business terms, it may have been one of the smartest marketing investments a football club has ever made. And both of those things are true at exactly the same time. So what did the most expensive footballer ever really cost? Not €222 million. Closer to €500 million all in, for a player who never delivered the one trophy he was bought to win, but who helped turn his club into a global empire. The fee still stands as a record nobody has beaten in nearly a decade. The next closest deal, for Neymar's own teammate, cost €180 million, and even he eventually walked away for free. That is how strange the economics of football have become. So on the worth it meter, as a bet on a trophy, €500 million of heartbreak. As a bet on a brand, it arguably did exactly what it was bought to do. The needle leans worth it, but only on the second ledger. Next in this series, the record fee bought a finished superstar. What it actually costs to build one, the real price of becoming a professional footballer, is on your screen right now. And as always, every figure here is sourced with the receipts in the description.